There we go. Welcome, Dawn Gaden here. It's Empower Hour Tuesdays. And I have a quick message for you today. Quick message. So, of course, we have this beautiful sun shining in, and you can't quite see it, but we have beautiful light today. Here's what I want to share with you. It's really simple, and we make it really, really difficult. When it feels like the world's falling apart, when bad things are happening, and we scramble in our head to try to figure it out, we need to stop. I know, sounds simple, right, Dawn? Sounds simple. Just stop. We won't get it. We can't keep asking why because we won't understand it because we're not there. But what we can do is continue to engage in the light, continue to engage in our spiritness, because that's what we've lost contact with. That's what we've lost contact with, is ourself as a spiritual beings. We're very focused on the physicalness. We're very focused on the things. And we keep creating in this world. Not that it's all bad. There's a lot of good. But we tend to get this vision, this tunnel vision of the bad. And not that there's not bad. There is. There's unhappiness. There's trauma. There's chaos all around. But what we focus on, we will continue to create. I want you to hear that. What we focus on, we will continue to create. So it is our goal, our mission as spiritual beings here, to focus on the good, focus on the light. When we get out of fear and focus on the light, we find solutions, we find healing, we find beauty, we find kindness. Something has shifted. I can attest to that. My oldest son is 22, soon to be 23. And there was a time before my kids came on this planet, things that I would never have conceived as thoughts, ideas, realities in this world. And today, there's certain things, ideas, realities that are happening. And we want them to go away. We don't want our children, our grandchildren, and children's children to be a part of the chaos. So what do? I'm going to advise you to turn off the news. Because if you're not, I want to ask you to look and be completely honest. How does it feel? How do your thoughts feel after being in that space for a really long time? I'm going to guess that your vibration drops almost in alignment with the pain and the suffering and the chaos. How are we going to change that? How are we going to shift it? Can't shift it from here. We have to come up here. We have to be in this state of alignment, of joy, of love, of understanding, of compassion, of healing in order for us to create that in the world. It starts from inside, not out here. I'll feel safe when the world is safe. Doesn't work that way. I'll feel happy when people are nice. Doesn't work that way. I'll feel abundant when there's money in the bank. Doesn't work that way. It works now in how we choose to feel. I sometimes trip over this because I'm not sure, and maybe it's because it's not, easy to explain. But I often will tell my clients there's this foundation, right? We have this foundation of where we live. And I believe our spirit, the spirit of who we are, creates that foundation for us. And our emotions are the ingredients to complete that foundation. And our thoughts, positive thoughts, create that foundation. Positive thoughts. I'm talking about a foundation. I'm talking about a healthy foundation. When we have negative thoughts, negative emotions, the foundation is cracked, shattered even. But when we have this knowing within us, in touch with our spiritual sense of who we are. And we kind of feed that foundation with our emotional well-being, happiness, joy, this high vibration, up the energy scale, up the emotion scale, high vibration emotions, thoughts that resonate with a high vibration. We build a really strong foundation. We need that. Each and every one of us needs that in order to create more love in the world, more healing in the world, more peace in the world. And I know a lot of you maybe celebrate Valentine's Day, and today's the day of love and peace and all that. And that's good. Stay in that energy. See if you can carry that feeling of goodness all day, today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Because that's when we start to create healing, is when we're living in it. Then it manifests in our outer world. So the stuff out here is just a reflection. It's just a reflection of where we're living. So what's your foundation? And if we all understand this, if we all just get a little bit closer, 1% improvement one day at a time towards security, I think there's an S word there, I can't think of it. Safety, support, serenity, closer and closer, 1% improvement one day at a time. And then we get into this collective consciousness of well-being. And then it's like whoosh, right? Like wildfire. We're healing, we're helping, we're different. We're different in so many good ways. And so this is just a quick message today, just a message I want to share, because when something bad happens, if we get drawn into it like a magnet, we're going to be a part of it. The anger, the frustration, the pain, the suffering. And if we choose to go into the light, feel the light, think about, I like to think about Mother Teresa, I think about Louise Hay, I think about Wayne Dyer, my teachers, who, when I come to them, and I'm like looking for an answer, what do I do when bad things happen? What do I be in the light? There's not enough pain and suffering I can experience that will stop the pain and suffering of the world. There's not enough fear I can live in that's going to stop the fear of the world. We have to come into this place from a very spiritual, energetic place. That's the answer. And are we willing to do it? That's the question. Are we willing to make that shift? Because the shift is needed. The shift is needed. So I invite you to really understand, and I invite you to learn more, because it's a lifelong learning. I started on this adventure of learning energy work and spiritual well-being since the beginning, since when I was in my practice, my schooling for counseling. I joined the counseling program that offered a certification in complementary medicine and wellness. And I knew there's something more than just talk therapy. There's something more than just how we feel. It's bigger, deeper. And so I continue the journey. We continue every day to move in the direction that we want to live in. That's all we do. That's the best we can do. We have to decide, am I moving into pain or in fear of pain, or am I moving into love and kindness and creating more healing and wellness for the world? We have, each and every one of us have a part to play. We're here for a purpose. We're here because we matter. We're here because we were meant to be here. So learning about our journey. What am I to learn here? What am I to experience? Where's my healing needed? Wayne Dyer tells a really great story about his father, who was an absent father who abandoned the family, and it was the death of his father that brought Wayne to his grave, and he had intentions of doing not so nice things that day on that grave. And he felt this calling because he, in his heart, wanted healing. He didn't want to be angry. He didn't want to be resentful. He didn't want to be mad. He wanted resolution. He wanted healing. He wanted joy. He wanted peace. He wanted freedom from suffering. And he was willing, when that moment, when he felt it, to turn and go, I forgive you. I forgive you. You're my greatest teacher because I have learned now what it means to be independent. You taught me so many lessons. Being the father in my life, you've taught me. And so what is it we want to learn? What is it we're willing to step up to? It's easy. Let's say it's easy. It's easy to choose what we truly, truly want. Does it take some effort? Does it take some energy? Does it take commitment? You bet it does. But what doesn't? But let's stop saying it's so hard and let's just say it's easy. I got this. It's easy. It's easy to move in the direction of something I believe in. It's easy. Use your energy to propel you, to create that momentum. And so I teach that with my clients. I teach that. And if you want to know more, I invite you in because I want to teach this work. And I teach it I invite you in to learn it one step at a time. And the one way I'm offering for us to learn this is a 7-day free trial of a stress relief program. And it's based on energy. It's based on ancient Chinese wisdom, ancient Chinese healing, ancient practices of well-being, and pulling away stress, relieving. Everything is stress related, right? There's stress, pressure. Think of the word pressure, like there's pressure on us to all sorts of things. I can't think of an example, but the stress, right, of whether it's good, whether it's think about if we have an injury, there's stress on that muscle or the bone, or I got to get up in the morning and go to work, and there's this stress, this pressure to get somewhere on time, right? There's always these elements of stress, and over time they build up and build up and build up. And so the program I'm offering, this stress relief program, is to peel away these layers of stress so we get down to our that core, which I call our spirit, right? The core of who I am. Let go of these pieces along the way, because we collect these pieces and then we're showing up, living through these filters, and they don't feel good. And so I'm inviting you to really take a look at, how do I want to show up? Am I willing to learn a little bit more and try this out and let go of this stress, these layers that weigh us down? And so I invite you in. So message me, private message me. You have my email, dawn@createconsciousliving.com, and I'll get you started on the 7-day free trial of the stress relieving program. You'll notice a difference. I'll teach you a little bit about what this energy piece is. What's the energy of emotions? What's this energy of my thoughts? Like, what is all this? I love teaching that. It's really powerful and effective. Changes who we are. So join me. It's time. It's time to make waves in a really good, positive way. Let's do this. Let's create that collective consciousness of well-being and health and healing of the world. So come on in, say I'm in, type in the comments, I'm in, Dawn, private message me, and let's get started. Have an amazing Tuesday. Live your life as if you're on purpose, full of passion and joy from your heart. Share that with the world. The world needs more love and light. So let's do it. Let's step up. Okay, love you all. Lead with love. Have an amazing day. And until next time, bye for now.